I'm going to make a family favorite today. It's sweet and sour meatballs. I got this recipe from my mother, and as you children know, Grandma was not a good cook. But this was one of the best things that ever came out of her kitchen. First thing I'm going to do is take some wax paper and put it on the counter. Then over here, I have a bowl with chopped meat. Since this is kosher chopped meat, we do not need salt. It has already been salted. And now we're going to make the meatballs. I have already washed my hands, so don't worry. They're small, and you just make them round and you put them down, and you keep on doing this until you finish. This is about a pound of meat. So this is about the size of the meatball. And you can just continue making these meatballs until you are finished with the bowl. John, you've already made them, you know what it's like. Robin, you could try it, it's really, really easy. Erin, you know how to do it. Andy, you don't cook. So, you don't have to get involved in this. You can just watch and enjoy it and eat it. Cousin Michael, these are your favorites, and I know it. I always bring them to your house on Hanukkah. So, Lexi says mine are always better than hers. I don't understand. We make them the same way. You can serve this as a main course, pouring this over rice or spaghetti or even broad noodles. And if you also need a very good loaf of bread, because the sauce is so delicious that you just want to sop it all up.
Okay, almost done.
Okay, so I'm almost through here.
And these are really little ones.
Yes, I always make little ones because I usually serve them for hors d'oeuvres. But I would still serve the small ones if I was using them for a main course. The sauce is very, very simple. 1 bottle of chili sauce, 1 jar of currant jelly in a pot. Heat it. The jelly, of course, has to melt. Okay.
You on.
First ingredient to go in is chili sauce. Open your jar and shake, shake, shake. And when you think you've gotten it all out, go to the sink, put a bit of water in, cover it, shake it up again, and you get every bit of the chili sauce out. Next ingredient is the currant jelly. Spoon that out into the pot. Takes a little getting to get it all out. It's very sticky. And put that on medium low so that the jelly can melt. Take a fry pan, heat it up a bit, and while that's heating, I use canola oil, just a little bit, because the meat has plenty of fat, but I do not want it to stick.
Even if it's non-stick pan, right?
Right, it doesn't matter. It will stick.
Right.
And this is not a new non-stick pan, it's an old one. So about a tablespoon or 2 is enough. Go now. We let this heat up. We'll just give this a little stir. to help the melting process. And we will slide over the meatballs. That's why they go on wax paper. Very easy to move them about. And when you think that the oil is hot enough, drop one meatball in and see. Yeah, you can hear it sizzle. And you just drop them in. And shake your pan. Put the oven on medium high. Keep shaking it. I have asbestos fingers, so I can do this. Don't even try it. You lightly brown these, because if you cook them too much, they will come out of the sauce hard as rocks. So I think this batch is just fine. They're lightly browned, as you can see, into the big pot. Turn your light down while you're doing this, so you don't get burned. And we add more of these. And as many as you can get in. Turn your light up and shake.
So you kind of like seal them.
Yeah, that's a very good way of doing it, expressing it, yes. Well, a little bit here, a little bit there. This one looks like it could use a little bit. And again, turn your light down so you can get them out. Since chuck is a fatty beef, what I do in the middle of this is empty the fat into the Currant jar. You have to get rid of the fat, so I'm going to the sink. And while they're browning, I'm going to give this a stir. Well, I think these little fellows need some help.
Your finger help.
Yes. As I said, I've got asbestos fingers. Normally you shouldn't try this. Yeah. So, let these brown a little bit. Not too much.
That's a halfway basically, right?
Not even. Just so that they
Hold together.
hold together. The color is slightly brown. It's a very light saute. Alright, that is finished. Now this needs to cook for a little while. I'm going to put the light up and let this cook for a little while longer. This cooks uncovered for 1 hour. It doesn't need a cover. The sauce itself needs to cook down a bit, so it's best to do it this way. I'm going to put it back on the heat and let it cook. Alright, I'm going to take the meatballs lift them in with a slotted spoon, let the juice drip, and then put them on a platter.
They are really like mini balls.
That's exactly. Well, if you're going to serve these as hors d'oeuvres, you really want something small. You don't want those huge things.
Right.
All right, so I think here we have a nice, a few more. Okay, here we go. All right. And now let me put some toothpicks in.
It was really fast, delicious, and really simple recipe.
And Helen, you and I can feast.
I can't wait.
Here.
Hopefully you will enjoy this recipe made with love by Grandma Ellen.